welcome back to the Tarot Cottage. My name is Amy. I'm back today with a pick a card reading for you. A big welcome back to my beautiful returning subscribers. Thank you guys so much for being here and for your friendship. Thank you for your support of me, your support of each other, especially in the comment section. Especially a big thank you to everyone who has reached out to me on my Etsy platform or my Instagram platform. Thank you guys so much for giving me the ability and the opportunity to get to know you on a more personal basis. So thank you guys so much for that. If you have found yourself here for the very first time, we would love for you to join us. Please pull up a chair, grab yourself a cup of tea and some snacks, and we'll have a little bit of a chat because we're all friends when we gather around this table. So today's pick a card reading, we are looking at May love predictions. So what's going to happen in the month of May when it comes to your love life? We have 3 piles in front of you to choose from today. We have here pile number 1 with the mystical, I believe it's called the Mystical Tarot or something. I'll check into that. But pile number 1 here with the hematite, and I believe it's called something Mystical Tarot, but we'll see. Pile number 2 with the Alice in Wonderland Tarot, and this is the Desert Rose. And pile number 3 with the Panda Tarot, and we have the Red Carnelian Palm. So whichever pile or piles are calling out to you, there may be a message waiting from Spirit, and my timestamps are listed below. Again, today we're looking at our May love predictions, not April, May love predictions, what's going to happen in your love life in the month of May. I'm going to jump right into pile number 1. And those timestamps are below. I will mention that you can be attracted to multiple piles as well, so don't feel like you are limited to just one pile. If you feel drawn to multiple piles, then you feel drawn to multiple piles, and that's absolutely okay. But I'll jump right into pile number 1. Hello, pile 1, you were drawn to the hematite, or to the Tarot of Mystical Moments. That's what it's called, Tarot of Mystical Moments. And this is your reading. What is going to happen in love for the month of May for you, pile 1? What is happening in May for pile number 1's love life, please? We have the Knight of Swords. We have the Hanged Man. We have the Four of Swords along with the King of Wands. I feel like you have a really strong interest in someone and you may be kind of holding back, maybe a little bit too much. You've been holding back, trying to gather information. Maybe you don't know how they feel about you, and so you're just sort of holding back here. We see the King of Swords. You could be an air sign. You could definitely be an air sign here. Libra energy, Aquarius, perhaps. Gemini, maybe. We have the Six of Swords as well with the Star. And I'd like to clarify this message. There's the Three of Pentacles showing itself. What's really interesting to me here is that if you see the King of Wands, there could be fire energy in your chart too, or maybe you're attracted to a fire sign. But you can see that the King of Wands is a beautiful red rose. And this beautiful red rose is a symbol of empowerment. You know, the King of Wands is focused. He doesn't rest on his laurels when he has a focus on something or he has an interest in something. And then we go over to the Five of Pentacles, and it's like we're putting our empowerment in a jar or in a cage, and we're stopping ourselves from executing change or for bringing our truth forward. Now, this particular deck has multiple versions of the Kings. We have the King of Swords. We have the King of Swords. We have the King of Cups. Lots of dominant masculine energy here. We have the Knight of Wands. We have the Knight of Pentacles. Spirit is here to kind of light a fire under you, literally. They're here to say that nothing changes if nothing changes. And this interest that you have in this person, they say you're going to have to take a bit of a leap. You can see the Zero of the Fool within the Knight of Wands, and he's leaping through the fear, this big ring of fire. He's leaping through it because his focus and his actions will be rewarded with change. So Spirit's really almost presenting 2 different options here for May for you. Because we haven't entered into May yet. It doesn't even exist yet. We are creating it. We're fueling it with our actions. We're fueling it with our beliefs. And we have the King of Wands again. See, we have multiple kings here. Back of the deck is the Seven of Swords. And we have the Lovers. You definitely could be dealing with a Gemini. You yourself could be the Gemini here. But what you'll see with the Seven of Swords is she's holding onto this egg of potential, and she's cradling it, and it's really precious to her, and she has all of these dreams that are blooming out of the potential. But if she doesn't act upon it, if she keeps looking backwards, or she keeps trusting in what the ego, which is fueling fear into her, she keeps trusting in that fear, she's never going to get to where she wants to be in this interest, in this connection. So if you have an interest in someone and you're holding back because you're waiting to see if they're going to make a move, or you're waiting to see if they're going to bring about clarity so you don't have to, Spirit's here to say that time waits for no one, and May can be a really productive period of time for this connection if we are willing to kind of take the risk. There's the King of Cups. See, multiple kings coming out here. And look at the King of Cups in this case is this big mountain, but there's a great big impasse through it. There's a huge opening that she's creating through her vulnerability. So there's a sense of action required and force required. Here's the Nine of Wands through that red rose. It's about, don't be deterred by the thorns amid the roses. Don't be deterred by the fear that you may be having, because the fear means that you're considering edging outside of a comfort zone. So if we're able to look at the situation from every single angle, because there's a lot of attraction here to this person, Spirit says that if we're able to look at it from every angle and we see the potential, we should act upon the potential, because Spirit says that the truth could set us free here. And the truth can really set us on a brand new course, because here's this King of Wands literally playing his way with this fire that was lit, playing into the future. I want to clarify that message though with the King of Wands. So they're really encouraging a leap of faith for May if you feel called to do so. They say if you're waiting for someone to come forward, you may be waiting. May not be productive. But if you are willing to take that risk, there can be so much more. Queen of Crystals, Queen of Pentacles, comfort and prosperity. And I love that because, well, back at the deck is the Ten of Wands. The unknown can be scary when we're asked to take a leap, but Spirit says that the reward is worth it. You can see the little hedgehog. He tentatively stuck his little nose out, but now he's rewarded by security and assurance. The prosperity awaits him. Four of Pentacles, control and security. And we have the Ace of Wands. Creative force and confidence. And that's exactly what Spirit needs from you in order to combat this sense of needing to control the experience or control the outcome. Because when we have our minds and our hearts so set on control, we're not allowing the flow, and we're not allowing beautiful things to unfold for us. Because this Ace of Wands there's the Ten of Pentacles. This Ace of Wands can bloom into something very secure, can bloom into a full-fledged relationship for you. And the seeds are being planted in the month of May. And you may have to be the one to plant those seeds. That's all Spirit's saying. They're asking us to surrender. They're asking us to kind of come down off of this tree and to make things happen in interests that we would otherwise perhaps rest upon, because they say that the reward is worth the vocalization of speaking our truth and taking that bit of a risk to leap into the unknowns. The Knight of Wands is carrying with him as much confidence as he can muster, and that confidence is going to be rewarded with change in the situation. We have crib, the birth or conception of a child or enterprise, the beginnings of a relationship, the beginnings of something brand new. And it's all because somebody has the courage to speak their truth in the month of May. And I love because we started with the back of deck of this egg, holding up, cradling this egg. We have marriage coming out. I don't necessarily feel like you're going to get married in the month of May. I'm not going to say you're going to get married. Maybe somebody will. But you can see the fire. We had that Ace of Wands. It's one spark that leads to everything. Everything you see around you that's invented of a physical sense or in a physical sense was because somebody had an idea and they put actions behind it. You're here because of a spark. I'm here because of a spark. Everything starts because we fuel a spark, including commitments. And the Ten of Pentacles, down the line, this spark can lead to that commitment, Spirit says. That's obviously not for everyone. That's not for everyone, but that is for someone very specific. Changes in the month of May, please. We have the boat, money or property through inheritance, winning or windfall, but it reminds me of the Six of Swords. Transition, helping two people, helping each other transition into a state of clarity. And then we have the Tankard. It says celebration, joy, and fun. Enjoyment and fun. Beautiful, beautiful energy. The month of May, please, love predictions. Let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from other people if you need a confidence boost. If this is a friend who you're really keen upon, you know, sometimes we're waiting for that help to come in, but we can't sort of wait forever. But if you have, you know, some friends that can help bolster your confidence, to help you push yourself out of that comfort zone. We have separation, time apart from your partner is on the horizon. And then we have make the effort though. But that's really what Spirit's talking about. We have options here for May. Because we are the manifestors, because we're planting the seeds, we have the options. We can have separation if we choose to do nothing. But great love is worth the steps we're guided to take. So if we make the effort, there can be so much change happening in this interest that you already have present in this person. There's a lot of focus already upon this person. So we have power to wield. Now the caveat comes in having the strength or the courage to exercise that power. Month of May, please. Ooh, we're poised for change. But both of these cards came out, both of them came out reversed because it's like we're trying to avoid change. We want change, but we're trying to avoid it. It's like we have to take a risk, but we're also scared of the consequences. But a change is in the wind if we're ready to take that leap and take a risk. Back of the deck says peace. Peace comes from knowing that only love is real. It's the number 23, which is a 5. And we're trying to combat the 5s. We're trying to overcome the complications, the hurdles, to find our peace. But sometimes we have to, again, if there's a hurdle there, we have to be the one to exercise the strength to hurdle over top of it. Month of May, please, love predictions for the month of May. We have here focus on the positive. New moon in Sagittarius. And there's also something very profound about the Knight of Wands and Sagittarius energy. Sagittarius are movers. They are doers. We also have let your fears dissolve and make time for self-love to bolster that confidence inside of you as well. Back of the deck says time to speak your world into being. We have the Lovers. This is the first quarter moon in Gemini card. And the Lovers encourages us to kind of enter into unknowns, encourages us to take off our masks and see things from every perspective, and then to be very vocal about our truth. The Seven of Swords encourages us ultimately, as the back of deck, to be honest with ourselves and other people about our feelings. And that's how we're going to give birth literally to something brand new here. Let's get a charm before you pile number 1. Month of May, what can you tell me about the person that they are interested in the month of May? What would that relationship be like? Oh, I missed the bowl. The Queen of Swords, you could be an air sign for sure. 5 of Swords reversed. So your expectations about being rejected are not going to come to fruition. The 5 of Swords is reversed, which is talking about new outlooks. It's talking about solutions and moving forward and hope returning to a situation. And we even have this 9 of Swords reverse here too, which is fears dissolving once we speak our truth. So our worst fears are usually never realized when we have anxiety and when we're worried about the outcome of something. And that's why Spirit's really encouraging us to be bold leading into May. If we want to see shifts and changes in May that are going to be pretty profound to an already present attraction, Spirit says to go ahead and speak your truth. If you feel called to, of course, they're never going to force you. They're just encouraging boldness. We have the chain, and we have the cassette. I think about outdated thinking with the cassette and replaying things over and over and over. I also think about sort of that period of time when there was like mixtapes and people were writing, making mixtapes for people. We have T and W. We have it says, give the girl the right shoes and she can conquer the world. A quote from Marilyn Monroe, who was a force in of herself. We have the baby shark. The baby shark is about being aggressive to improve your situation, detaching from fears with the chain. And then we have the mending, the sewing machine. So it's about mending and creating. Two, it's a creative force. We create our own destiny. All right, pile one, that's what I have for you today. I hope that it resonates with you. If it did, I'd love to hear your story below, even if you have to come back after May to let me in on what happened. I would love to hear your story. Be sure to drop me that comment below if you're interested in being entered for a private reading with me, because I do automatically enter you in for a private reading if you drop me a comment below in my comment section. So please be sure to do that. But I hope that you come back here for another visit at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a great day. Hello, pile number 2. You were drawn here to the Desert Rose, and this is your reading. May love predictions. What is going to happen for you in the month of May in regards to your love life? What's going to happen in the month of May for pile number 2 in their love life? Six of Pentacles. We have the Fool. You know, there's this energy of, I heard as soon as I put down the Six of Pentacles, I heard that voice from Beauty and the Beast. But I heard them say, I've been burnt by love before. It's like, I've been burnt by love before. We have the Fool, the Seven of Wands, the Star, the Ace of Wands, and we have the Seven of Cups. Back of the deck is the Seven of Swords. I'd like to clarify this message. May love predictions, please, for pile number 2. The Magician. We have the World. We have the Ten of Cups. Oh, you have an opportunity, a fresh start coming in for you. If you've been hurt by love before, Spirit says this is a brand new day. Don't think that yesterday is going to be a repeat of, or today is going to be a repeat of yesterday, because you definitely have some change coming in for you in the month of May. And they're asking you they're saying this could be your person, pile 2. They're saying this could be your person. And this could be sort of the key that you need in order to heal and to be able to move forward, to really heal from the past and past disappointments. Because I feel like in the past, you may have experienced many karmic relationships where everything was unbalanced. You gave way more than what you were getting back. And this has taught you not to be very trusting a little bit, if I'm honest. I feel like there's a guarded energy coming in. But this opportunity, this new May is about change. It's going to challenge you, though, to step outside of your comfort zone and take a risk. So whether it comes in as the form of an offer or you are just interested in someone, they're asking you to risk. They're asking you to say yes. They're asking you to pursue. Because they say that if you can power through here and you have the drive, the determination, and everything inside of you to power through, they're saying that this could be your person. We have here the World with the Fool. If we leap, we can have success. And the success can include emotional happiness. And in instances in the past where we have had that elude us, now we finally have it coming for us, and it's like she's relaxed. She's finally relaxed in her position. No longer sort of waiting for the other shoe to drop. Emperor energy. Could be a Taurus coming in for you. But more importantly, Spirit is really talking about the nature of this person, and it's a protective energy. This is someone that you can feel safe with. Especially, you can see it's the cat out on the limb, and that's what we're being asked to do in May, is to take a risk. Potentially push ourselves outside of our comfort zone where we may not in the past. Or maybe we've made promises too, not to put ourselves out on that limb. But Spirit says it's so important to detach this time. They're very adamant. They're always really adamant in these readings that you always have a choice. They're never going to force you into any sort of situation. But they say that if you allow yourself to continue to kind of float your mindset back to the past, it's going to be really difficult for you to break through and to give yourself permission to take that risk, to take that leap. This is the type of person, if you've experienced pain in the past, this is the type of person that you can depend upon. And there is definitely a sense here of you not, even if you enter into this in May, I feel like it's going to take you a while to warm up to even trusting. It's like they're going to have to prove themselves a little bit. They're going to have to prove themselves a little bit because you're not feeling confident. Even after the leap in May, I feel like there's healing that starts to happen for you. But this person has to kind of constantly prove themselves. And there's something about this person. It could be even their smile, or they're really good looking. It's just something that you don't trust about them. I don't know if you feel like they're kind of, there's something you don't trust about them. Maybe they almost have a reputation. I almost feel this reputation with Three of Cups reversed, that they have a reputation for going out a lot, or maybe entertaining different people. It's like they have a reputation for having fun, going out a lot. But in this case, it's like they really have to work hard to prove themselves to you. So I feel like you already know this person. I do feel like this is already sort of acknowledged, or someone you already know. But it's like you have prior knowledge about them, or you have privy knowledge about them from around, and you don't really trust them a little bit. But I feel like a lot of that is coming from experiences in the past too, that we're tagging onto this situation and tagging onto the potential here, because Spirit says there's a lot of potential here. There's a lot of potential here, but it's going to take you some time to warm up to it. It's going to take you some time to kind of feel confident in this relationship. But this is someone that truly, Spirit says, is dependable when it comes to you and your connection. And they will put the time in, and they will be the person that will text you. They will be the person that will prove themselves over the course of time. Because I feel like this connection that may be spearheaded or jump starting in May is going to be something that has longevity for you. You may be in this for a while. And as I said, for someone watching, you may be in this for a long while. You may decide to commit here ultimately down the road. And it really sort of speaks to the rewards that are waiting for us when we're willing to detach from these insecurities and gain power over them, or mastery over them. We are never going to never be afraid. We're just going to learn how to execute our actions despite the fear more easily. That's what we're trying to accomplish. But I love that the Nine of Cups is here, because Spirit says that you will be rewarded greatly. This is something that it almost feels too good to be true a little bit. But that's okay, because Spirit says that you deserve this. There's the expansion, but you are hesitant still. So you enter into something new in May. You do have to sort of push yourself to allow yourself permission to enter into it. But I feel like it takes you some time to really let that healing really permeate and start to steer you on a new course. What's really exciting though is that there's a lot of physical attraction with this person. So that's a really good distraction for you, I feel, to help ease into this transition. Feels really exciting though. It's exciting opportunities. Okay, love predictions, pile 2, please. We have the ink pot. Problems to be resolved. So any problems that you had in the past, and even the issues that you have moving into the connection, because you're a little guarded. I'm not going to lie. There's a guarded energy. We have dealings or relationship with a man. And we have ring. It says a marriage will take place, either romantic. We also have here vulture, and we have the bow, you're highly thought of. Now the vulture spirit reminds us of the past and how nothing was ever wasted. Nothing was ever wasted in the past. Even if we've experienced pain and heartbreak there, it came along with an education with it as well that we can carry with us. And so that's what the vulture is really talking about, a period of ill health or depression that you experienced. And I feel like you're carrying a bit of a chip on your shoulder into this new connection. But that's why they want you to know that you are highly thought of here. And as much as you are really attracted to them, it's a mutual. They're really attracted to you too. And again, it's not for everyone, because I can't promise a ring for everyone watching, but for someone watching, if we pursue, we take the time, we enjoy and embrace the journey, and we surrender to it, this can lead to a forever. This can lead to commitments. This can lead to abundance. We also have here kite vacation, looking at things from a higher perspective, just for the moment to give yourself the boost to move forward here. New love, and new love has stirred your romantic interests. New beginnings. I feel like you already know of this person, but I don't feel like it's an ex or anything. I don't feel like it's someone from your past. We have retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. And make the effort. Great love is worth the steps you're guided to take. And that's why you feel the connection, you feel the attraction. And this person, I will say this, even if they have a bit of a reputation for in the past going out having fun, enjoying the company of other people, it's like they are really attracted to you. They really think highly of you. They're really attracted to you. And so they put in that effort that's necessary for you to gain some security, for you to gain a little bit of that healing. So that I really like their energy. They're a dependable person. We have remembrance. It says resurfacing of past emotions and feelings with the Six of Pentacles. Because when we're stepping into unknowns, when we're stepping into new cycles, we automatically, our ego will automatically flood us with all of these reminiscing memories and all of these beautiful memories of the past to try to keep us in that zone. But this has so much growth afforded to you. It says fertility, creativity, destiny, magical blessings, and all of the elements of the magician are on that tree, which encourages us to kind of wield the power over all of them to create all of that beautiful abundance. There's so much potential with this person in May for you, pile 2. They're never going to force you. I keep saying that. Our guides are like, it's not our choice, it's yours, but we're trying to steer your focus in that direction at this time. We have perception, look beyond the veil of illusion, the illusions that fuel insecurity into us. Whoops, on the floor. We have here a leg up. And it was coming up reverse too, kind of like the Three of Cups, feeling like there's no support or it's like gossip. It really is speaking about how with this person's help, it's going to help you to precipitate change for yourself and help you to head in the direction of healing. It's like you've been trying to do it all on your own. You've been trying to be very independent. We also have the Fates. And for someone watching, you could actually be a mother. So take that as it resonates. That could be why you're very guarded. You could be a parent. And so you're very adverse, or you're very versed rather in doing things independently, all on your own. And so it's like you're really guarded. And this is asking you to let your guard down a little bit. Because the 17 is about the healing. It's about steering us and renewing our hope inside of us too, because you're poised for change and you deserve it. You deserve a big shift, and you deserve to take that leap of faith that leads you to lots of abundance. May love predictions. I keep saying April. May love predictions. We have here, honor your feelings. Be gentle with yourself and other people at this time. But let those feelings of insecurity, it's not that our guides expect us to never experience them or never to ignore them. We are going to feel them, and they're going to affect us, and we're going to react. But it's about the persistent, consistent reaction that we make towards change that makes the big difference here. It says, trust that all will be well. New moon in Virgo. And it's about setting ourselves, Virgo energy with the Hermit. It really reminds us to kind of keep our feet solidly on the ground so we can steer our course in a new direction. Back of the deck says, be humble. First quarter moon in Leo. You could be a Leo energy. Prediction, please. Karmic relationship. It says Orion energy, polarity, soul growth, and conflict. Back of the deck is star bathing, light body, crystal grid, transmission, and activation. I think of the Four of Swords here. And the Four of Swords encourages us to retreat, to reflect, meditate, heal, so that we can gain awareness, gain perspective. And this karmic relationship brings me right back to the Six of Pentacles here that we began your reading. Because I feel like you have experienced a negative karmic relationship. A really, really negative one, potentially too. That perhaps left you with a lot of baggage, both physical and emotional. And so we're carrying that with us, but Spirit's asking us to kind of put the baggage down and just take the lesson with us, which is really hard. But we practice for the sake of practice. We keep trying. It's like when we're trying to meditate and our focus drifts elsewhere. We keep bringing our focus back to the present moment, and that's how we can gain mastery over the past too. Very exciting for you, pile number 2. Let's get a charm bowl. What will this relationship be like in the bowl for pile number 2 in May? Oh, 10 of Cups, the World reversed, and we have the Hierophant. I will say this, for someone watching, you may have even experienced a karmic marriage potentially as well, but this May is kind of a formative month for you because it's talking about ascension that's really possible, that's going to align you more closely to this 10 of Cups. As I said, this could be your person coming in, but you can see the World here is in the reverse. There's a stagnation, there's unresolved issues, there's unfinished business, delays, and that's because we have to take that leap. We have to take the leap of the Fool in order to achieve that success. We have the Skull, a symbol of reality, the transitions and the grief too that you experienced in the past that we're now sort of putting into a close. We also have here the big syringe. There could be a medication connection, addiction, also sort of like an obsessive energy over the past. But we have the Divine Feminine shoe on the move, Divine Feminine on the move. We have the beautiful star of Aquarius with the fairy inside, which is a symbol of someone who is kind of afraid to hope for something because they're afraid that it doesn't exist. We have the 2 linked hearts, but we have a relationship coming. So we have the little forget-me-not. We have the bird that's not in flight, and we have the Empress energy that was flipped over because you don't feel powerful. You don't feel, it's like you feel like there are limited resources, or you feel like there's limitations to what's possible for you, and that's what Spirit wants us to put an end to here. We have Pisces going with the flow, and we also have the Lips, which is attraction. So give into your attraction. Allow yourself, give yourself the permission to move forward into a beautiful, peaceful period of your life. Because if we sort of seek peace first, the happiness will flow afterwards. All right, pile 2, that's what I have for you today. I hope that it resonates. I would love to hear your story in the comment section below, even if you have to come back to tell me about how your May went. I would love for you to subscribe to the channel and be a part of our beautiful soul family here. If you do, be sure to drop me that comment below so that I can enter you in for a chance to win a free reading with me. You can also check me out on Etsy for a personal reading if you feel called to, and that link is below as well. But I hope that you come back here for another visit at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a great day. Hello everybody, in pile number 3, you were drawn to the Red Carnelian Palm, or to the Magic of the Panda Tarot here, and this is your reading. Love predictions for the month of May. What is coming in as far as love in the month of May? Love, whoop. Justice coming out here. And it wanted to come out with the 3 of Pentacles and the 5 of Wands reversed, but I'm going to put those back and see if they make another appearance. Month of May, the Sun. Oh my goodness. After, you know what, it's like you deserve good things to come in the month of May. You deserve good things to come in because I feel like you've dealt with a lot of conflict in the past, but you deserve a change of pace. We have the 5 of Swords. Month of May, please love predictions for the month of May. The High Priestess. Predictions for the month of May. 7 of Cups. Interesting because the 7 of Cups actually was in that configuration in pile 1. So let's clarify this message. Pile number 3, please. Love predictions for the month of May. The Hanged Panda. The 2 of Wands. The 8 of Swords. Now, you definitely have a shift in energy coming in for you for the month of May, and the purpose of this is to help you gain mastery and clarity over everything you've been through. There's some similarities to pile number 2 here, actually, because I feel like you've experienced some disappointments in the past, and so that those disappointments have made you sort of anticipate more of the same. It's like when we stub our toe in the morning and we keep having a bad day after that. It's like it's a ripple effect. But Spirit doesn't want you to listen to your ego, because your ego will fuel all sorts of nonsense at you during this time, especially in May, because they see you kind of creeping out into happiness. Because I feel like there's a doorway. You may have just started dating someone. Maybe even that's starting now. You may, because I feel like it's already present. It's like you may have just started dating someone. You want to know where it's going to go. And maybe you're not feeling really optimistic. Maybe your confidence is waning. Maybe you won't give yourself the permission to be really optimistic because you don't want the other shoe to drop. Spirit doesn't want you to listen to that fear. They want you to give yourself permission to make tentative plans, even fantastical plans in your mind when it comes to the future, and to surrender to this really good opportunity. They want you to recognize that everything you were going through in the past was meant to light up this path, and that there's a lot of potential here. But there's also potential for us to allow the ghost of the past to create issue. I have a deja vu all of a sudden too. Like I already have deja vu. May love predictions, please. We have the Knight of Swords. This person could be an air sign coming in for you, or they may have already been. Again, they could be a Libra that's already entered into your life. And they're sort of, I feel like you're afraid to give yourself over to it, or you're afraid to really hope for more. It's like you're being so tentative about what you're expecting in the future. And even the Knight of Swords will sometimes hesitate with opportunities or options because he's trying to gather more information before he goes recklessly into the future. But Spirit's here to say to kind of let yourself surrender. That's why the Hanged Panda is here. There's a very relaxed position in this panda. He's not fighting it. He's just letting this doorway show him something. It's like the universe has something to show you this month coming in May, and they just want you to let that show be seen, because we have the beautiful World and the Six of Cups. I like that the Five of Wands, we had that Five of Wands originally with the Justice coming out. It's in the reverse position at that point though, and it really talks about success and problems being resolved from the past. I feel like you've already met this person though, potentially for someone. That's not for everyone, but I do feel like there's a present energy already here. But it's like we're almost afraid. It's like you can see with the Justice that she's putting her foot on his face. It's like I'm afraid to say something positive about it because I'm afraid I'm going to jinx it. That's what it feels like. You're afraid you're going to jinx it. But Spirit says to speak your world into being, to go confidently towards this opportunity because it has a lot of success waiting for you. The world is waiting for you here. The Six of Cups is talking about reunions and friendships perhaps that are blooming into more. That could even be where this Justice is coming in for someone, that this could be an ever-present friendship that's evolving. But for most, I feel like this is already like someone you could just currently be talking to, or maybe you're on the fence about meeting this person, but I feel like it's already in your life, ever present. But Spirit's trying to give you the confidence to say that this person's appearance in your life is coming at the perfect timing for a reason. It's coming at the perfect timing because it's time for you to close off this restlessness, this bad energy of the Eight of Swords. It's time for us to detach from that emotional prison and enter into, instead of being kind of hung up there, it's about creating a foundation for ourselves. And this is a new foundation phase for you, your guides are saying. Is coming in love for pile 3, please. We have here Caterpillar. Things will not always be this way. Change is coming. Change is coming. So especially if you're sitting, because the current energy right now is the Five of Swords with the Eight of Swords. So you may be anticipating conflicts or thinking that this situation that's already present is going to blow up in your face in some way if you give yourself over to it emotionally. So you may be kind of putting up those walls. But that's why Spirit says it's not always going to stay this way. If you trust in your higher self, there's going to be a shift and a change. The caterpillar will morph into that beautiful butterfly. We have here Lily, spiritual love. And we have here vulture. It says depression, anxiety, and worry that someone is against you. And the vulture is really speaking to sort of the negative mindsets and the emotional prisons that we put ourselves in. It reminds us about bad things that happened in the past too, and how nothing that we experience is ever going to waste. We may feel like it's gone to waste and that period was wasted for us, but it's a reminder that our souls, our higher self, will always pluck the lesson out. Even if there was a lot of pain associated with it, they're going to pluck the lesson out and carry that forward. Up here, firecracker, excitement. Let yourself get excited about this. That's why the sun's out, because the sun is asking us to keep our head high and follow that sun, and it sort of bypasses. If we can do that, if we can keep our head high, we can bypass these negative expectations that are not the truth. They're just a perception because of what we've experienced in the past, but we can bypass that into something bigger. We have here weeping willow. It says family sorrow. So you may have experienced, again, with the justice, with the 5 of Wands, there could have been actual commitments that broke down, or even divorce. That's for someone specific, a divorce in your past. But the weeping willow reminds me of that saying that says, throw your worries, or how does it go? It says, leave the weeping to the willow and throw your worries into the sea. And that's what they're asking you to do in the month of May, because they're asking you to let the past be. A dark past does not lead to a dark future. We have here soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. And we have the 6 of Cups, a reunion of souls coming in for you. I don't necessarily feel like this is necessarily from someone from your past. For someone watching it may be though. But for most of you, it's just a past life connection. And we have true love though. This is the romance of a lifetime. So everything that you experienced in the past was just sort of setting you up for this opportunity in love. May love predictions, please. We have here soulmates. Multiple soulmate energies coming out for you in May. Big, big month for you. A challenge though in May though for you as well with that 5 of Swords and the 8 of Swords, because we have to be the ones to overcome that hurdle. To pull our awareness away from a place that is limiting and negative, and we have come to the edge instead. Number 3 and 6 being a 9, which is asking us for that leap of faith, asking us for some force, and asking us to hold on too. It's like a last ditch effort, one more push. And if we had sort of promised ourselves, someone out there may have promised themselves that they like never again, Spirit and your guides are whispering just this one last time, just this one last time, because it's like you're set for reception. You are the divine masculine. You don't have to be, or the divine feminine rather, you don't have to be, of course. This is all about energy, but it's talking about being this beautiful receptor, this beautiful cup, a chalice just waiting to be filled, because there's blessings coming in at you. It's like, be ready or not, but the blessings are coming in. So it's time to just open our arms to receive. May love predictions, please. Whoops. On the floor, we have Harayeth, longing for home and homesick for the stars. We have the 6 of Cups, which is talking about that soulmate energy. So someone coming back. You're going to feel really connected. You may, again, already met them, but you may feel really, really kind of connected to them. And we also have called Soul Gifts and Training. It's time to step up. Soul Gifts and Training. It's time to step up. It's time to detach yourself from any insecure energies and come to the edge and take that leap. Back of the deck says double mission, light worker, starseed, serve the world by being you. May love predictions, please, for pile number 3. It says open up to change. They always bring about this type of information because they want us to understand here with the 7 of Cups that it's always an option. It's always a choice. They're bringing about this awareness to us. You know, tarot is a reflection tool. It's meant to help us make our own choices, make our own decisions. So they'll never make these choices for us, but they're encouraging us to be open up to that change because it can provide all sorts of healing and refocus. And then we can gain awareness and understanding as to why perhaps we were led in the paths that we were led to in the past. Unleash your kindest self, specifically to yourself. And most importantly, just relax. Surrender. That's why they started with the Hanged Man. Surrender into this beautiful opportunity. Don't be worried about the cause and effect, because Spirit says it's positive effects that are going to come in if you take that leap. Let's get a charm bowl for you, pile number 3. A charm bowl, please, for pile number 3. What does this relationship look like? We have the 9 of Pentacles, security, the Devil reversed, the Hanged Man energy. They want you to surrender to it because there can be a lot of longevity here. I feel like you could have been single even for a little bit of time, like single for a while too. It's like you've had to really gather your independence and show a lot of strength. I feel like this person coming in, it's going to be a really fiery relationship. And its purpose to come in at this time, this help that's coming in from this energy, is to help you to detach from negative attachments from your past. So here, even lack mindsets, fear of the unknown, fear of repeating past mistakes, we're here to kind of release that with this new relationship coming forward. And even with the Hanged Man, it's really combating our lack mindset too. So they're asking us to surrender and to allow it. It's our choice always, but to allow this flow, because it's in alignment with our highest good. And things can only go up from here. In the bowl, we have S and U, US, us. We have here the honeycomb, and they're empty. That's the 5 of Pentacles. So I feel like, especially for the person that is resonating with the divorce message, I feel like there was even a financial loss there too that left you kind of in this devastated area or stage. It's also talking about loneliness and isolation. We have the open book. I think about the Bible. We have the owl, looking at things from a higher perspective. We have Leo energy with the strength and the kitty cat, claiming your independence, but Spirit says now it's time to, you had to claim your independence, and now it's time to look at it from a different perspective. We have the King of Swords coming in. The person coming in could be a Libra, an Aquarius, or a Gemini, but I'm getting very strong Libra energy. All right. And they could have already, again, with the Libra, they could already be in your life. So if you're already dating a Libra and you're wondering if you should really allow yourself to surrender to it, Spirit says to go ahead and give yourself over to it. Let yourself surrender to this experience, because it's only here to bring you more awareness and more truth about yourself. But that is what I have for you today, pile number 3. I hope that it resonated with you. And if it did, I would love to hear your story below in the comment section. I would love for you to subscribe to the channel as well and become a part of our beautiful soul family here. You can also check me out for a private reading on Etsy, and that link is below. But I hope that you come back here for another visit at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope that you have a beautiful day.